If you have kids in school, you probably depend on school buses to get them there. Now that could be changing in some Illinois counties. It's all the result of course, state budget cuts. Some schools say the cuts to transportation funding could be putting kids at risk. In tonight's Education Watch 10 report, News 10's Joe Ostrowski finds out what these schools are facing.
These Jasper County school buses sit idle for most of the day, but each morning and afternoon they take on new life as they carry these young lives. Chris Parr is responsible for both the lives and the buses.
Safety. Safety is the number one concern for all of our kids.
In Illinois, school districts are required to provide free busing to kids who live more than 1.5 miles from school. Until now, the state has paid districts for that busing. Governor Pat Quinn wants to cut that funding.
It puts us in a very difficult position. Again, here in Jasper County, we're a rural, consolidated county district.
Districts like Jasper County's are already struggling with funding cuts and late state payments. Jasper County schools have already consolidated schools and cut bus routes. Nearby, Effingham County's cut after-school programs and laid off workers, while the KZ Westfield School District has cut over $700,000 of spending this year.
In education, we're supposed to do what's best for students, and when we are continually being cut in funding, it does put, I believe, student safety in question and also educational opportunities in question.
With no money to spare, district leaders say they may have to start using so-called country bus stops, where students could be picked up over 1 mile from home.
I think this district would have a very hard time with that because in the rural areas, cars do travel at a high rate of speeds. The roads aren't highways.
They'd also have to put off bus repairs.
The more that the money is not there, the harder it gets for us to be able to maintain those buses and keep them as safe as possible.
That could mean these buses and the students they carry would be stuck in park. In Newton, Illinois, with photojournalist Ryan Ward, Joe Ostrowski, News 10.
Well, Illinois schools are making their budgets now. The state doesn't have to have its budget done until early summer. And with a $14 billion budget deficit, it is still unclear what that budget will look like.